big story that we're tracking this hour. Debris have continued to fall inside the borewell shaft, forcing the officials to suspend using the robot made by Manikandan to rescue little Timmanna. Meanwhile, the fields of Hanumanthahatti seem to be completely destroyed in the rescue operations. People have practically trampled on his produce. And since yesterday, let's not forget that Manikandan and his family members had very clearly requested that this entire rescue operation be stalled as it is ruining his farmland, and seems like his produce has also borne the brunt of the rescue operation. Meanwhile, there seems to be some headway in the rescue operations of the Bagalkote boy. Manikandan's robot was pressed in to rescue little Timmanna since 11 p.m. last night. The digging of parallel tunnel was stopped, but that was the only solution now. My colleague Harish joins us with more details on this. Well, Harish, take us through the latest updates. Harish, if you can hear us, please go ahead and tell us the latest updates.
Well, late last night, in fact, Manikandan arrived over here and started his rescue operation. What we understand is that he did lower down his robotic arm, but the soil that has deposited on this boy, on his head, has made this work that much more difficult, because the entire body has been covered in the soil. Only his palms are visible, and with this robotic arm, he would not be able to clutch his palm and pull him out. It will be a risky affair. In case he slipped, and there's a chance that he might slip further down and make the entire rescue operation that much more difficult. And that is the reason now they are planning to somehow clear the soil, somehow take a tool and somehow clear the soil using a suction pump as well, and then use different kinds of robotic arm brought by Manikandan, and then pull him out. But nevertheless, already it is a good 66 hours or so since that boy fell into the borewell, and with the rescue operation getting delayed, somehow the hope is fading with each minute that passes.
Right, absolutely. Hope is fading with each minute, and even Manikandan's robot seems to have failed as of now, as it is landing more and more debris on the boy. Harish, if we do look at the situation now in hindsight, it has been over 3 days since the incident took place. It has been over 3 days since the rescue operations began. So, in hindsight, do you think that Manikandan should have been called in first? A casing should have been put first, because the debris is continuously falling on the little boy, and that the officials, although acted quickly, did not act smartly?
Well, that's right. Manikandan should have been here earlier itself, but what we understand is that he was informed on Sunday evening itself, but looks like there has been a communication gap between Manikandan and the local district administration, and he came in Tata Ace vehicle, a truck vehicle, sort of spacious vehicle. It took a lot of time for him to come from Madurai to Bangalore and then Bangalore to Bagalkote. It took a day or so. So it has been delayed. As far as placing a casing is concerned, in case they do try to place a casing, they are thinking that it might in fact deposit more soil on the boy. So these are some of the challenges that the rescue officials are facing at the moment.
Right, absolutely. And also with hope fast fading, we also saw certain visuals of the farmland of Hanumanthahatti almost destroyed. Many of his produce seemed to be trampled over because of the constant activity around his farm. What is the situation of the farmland? Because that is the only source of income for this poor family as well.
Yes, sir, we understand he owns the farm of around 7 acres or so. That farm has the sugarcane cultivation, and a good 2 acres or more than that, in fact, has been destroyed partly for the excavation work and to dump the soil that has been excavated, and also for other logistical support. A good 2 acre or more has been destroyed, and in 2 months this this entire sugarcane crop could have been taken to the market. He would have got a good amount of profit. But now that's the reason he was saying yesterday that I want the entire excavation work to be stopped, because I have not just lost my son, I'm losing the farm also. This is the only source of livelihood for my wife, me, and the other kids. But now the government has assured, in fact, when I spoke to S.R. Patil just a few minutes ago, he did confirm that they will not just rescue the boy, pull him out, they will also ensure that this farm is put back into shape and the farmer is not put through any hardship or Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there. Harish, we'll continue tracking this story for you. And we will continue getting the latest updates, but hope certainly fading away for the little boy, as it has been the 4th day of rescue operations, but it has been 3 days in total if we do calculate the number of hours that the boy has fallen inside the well. The incident took place on Sunday afternoon at about 1:30 p.m. and it has been it's already Wednesday now. There has been extensive rescue operations that are underway, but each and every step seems to be failing, seems to be encountering some roadblock or another, creating more and more problems for the little boy as well as for his family members. Yesterday, in fact, the family had put forth pleas to stop the rescue operations, to stop the parallel digging, as it was ruining the farmland. But now it seems like that's the only option, as the Manikandan's robot has also failed, as despite the robot being lowered into the borewell, there is more debris falling on the boy, only reducing his chances of survival. Meanwhile, his produce, his farmland seems to be completely destroyed, as there is a lot of activity. There are people moving in and out. The crops have been trampled upon and have been destroyed. Definitely not a good year, not a good time for Hanuman Pahati Fest. He spent 17 lakh rupees on the dry borewell. Secondly, he has lost hopes that his son has survived this ordeal. And thirdly, it seems like his only source of income, the farmland, seems to be destroyed because of the constant activity around it. Well, those were the scenes last night that you see in the television screens when Manikandan's robot was lowered into the borewell. But the operation started only by around 11 p.m. Let's not forget that Manikandan's robot was used for Akshata's rescue operations, but there it had failed, and seems like this time around the officials wanted to try someone else and chose to bring in one Manje Gowda. But Manje Gowda's robot only did more damage than good, as it lowered more debris on the little boy.
Well, it's been more than 60 hours since the 6-year-old boy got stuck in the borewell, and since last night, the robotic expert from Tamil Nadu, Manikandan, has been working to try and somehow grab hold of the hand of this boy and pull him out. Sir, how's the entire rescue operation gone, especially with Manikandan's robo?
After arrival of Manikandan, who is very expert in the robot technology, he is making a hectic efforts to bring the boy out of the borewell. What has happened? Some soil has fallen on his body. That soil is a little bit sticky soil. But if at all we have tried to suck that soil, but that soil is not coming in the suction pipe. So that we have used one more instrument. That instrument will loosen the soil. It will loosen the soil, then we will try to suck that soil. It is quite possible. If soil is very much sticky, it cannot come into the suction pipe. To avoid that difficulty, to get a remedy for that sticky soil, we have used very, very interesting instrument which will actually loosen the soil, which will make a smaller particles of the soil. Then automatically suction pipe will work out. Once his hand is exposed, wrist is exposed, definitely Manikandan will have a belt lock to the wrist and he will take out the boy.
Definitely. Also, sir, there were requests to stop the excavation work. So will the excavation work continue today as well?
But usually I have seen many more people, their ulterior desire is to see the face of the person who is involved. In this case, it is happening a different way. I really surprised, but we are taking all sorts of strain, pain. We have employed so many agencies we have used all the possibilities to explore. In this case, the father of the boy, is very much afraid. I should not lose the land. It is his contention. But the government will take care of the farmer, that Hanumanta Hatti. We will not allow the land to be deteriorated or destroyed, but we will take care of. We'll look into the interest of a farmer. Definitely, our government is committed. We will never do a single or slightest mistake to the farmer or cause loss to the farmer. Government is very much prepared to take the interest in this problem.
Thank you.
Well, in fact, there we have it. The government still trying to keep up the hopes, trying to express positivity as far as the survival chances of the little boy is concerned. Of course, efforts should be made till the very last minute. But here we have the victims' parents, victims' family members themselves saying that the boy is dead. So please don't excavate our farmland and ruin it any further. This is our only source of income. And several sugarcane crops have also been destroyed on this farmland because of the constant activity around it.